Welcome to the quarterfinals of the very first ever Monster Brawl. We started with 32 monsters, put them in a randomized bracket, and we're now down to just 8. The winners of the fights were decided by you guys, and we're about to find out who goes on to the finals in this creepy, crawly carnage. I am your host, Josh Spiegel, and I'm joined once again by the always welcome Gregario Popoldosky.
It is being so good to be being back, host Josh, and it is so good to know that Gregario can be seen and appreciated by his people back home.
Where is that again exactly? Where are you from?
Oh, you know, a vague land from somewhere over the sea.
Which sea?
Josh, you joke. There is only one sea. It's all connected, it's unified and beautiful. Only the land is divided.
Yes, but where? Our first round here is pretty spectacular as we're looking at one of the most durable opponents in this. It's Pumpkinhead.
They say he is being the spirit of the vengeance, but where his motorcycle?
Is that a comic book joke? Like Ghost Rider? Gregario, no one is going to get that reference.
It is fine. There is being like 3 people that watch this show anyway.
Well, Pumpernickel has been really killing it so far in this tournament, mostly due to his supernatural elements and the fact that in order to actually damage him, you would have to kill the person who called him up.
So who do that?
What?
Call him up? What, did someone call him up for vengeance on the tournament people? How he even get here?
Funny you should ask. We actually invoked Haggis to claim vengeance on all of the victims of the monsters in the games, so he's actually primed to kill all of our participants here.
So who called him? Who the summoner?
It's me!
Manu, this very bad idea. So he's fighting the Bioraptor, and this guy's from Pitch Black and flies and stuff, and he hates the light. And are we really talking about so much about him, you know? I mean, somehow I be getting this feeling like he has not so much the chance.
Follow that feeling because Pumpkinhead wins this one decisively with a 79% haul versus the Raptors' 21%. Not the biggest blowout that we've seen though. This next battle should be interesting since we've seen both monsters burrow under the ground at one point, but on this side of things is a thing. The Blair thing to be exact.
Why no one be worried that this is just old man? Anybody can beat old man.
It may look like an old man, but it is also an alien being that can absorb and take on the form of its prey, completely duplicating it down to its DNA.
The DNA of old man is no big deal. I can literally be going down the street and get that right now.
How?
Now his opponent, big deal indeed. We are looking at the Graboid, huge monster from dinosaur time, come up under the ground and swallow you up. How you plan to absorb something when you are in its belly? Thing monster is being very vulnerable to things that burn it. I mean, well, let's see how it'd be dealing with the burning of the stomach acids, eh? Not unlike Gregario's after a paella.
Looks like you're underestimating monster boomers since the Blair monster comes out victorious once again, since it's never even come down to acid, as its size and form changing abilities give it the upper hand with staying out of the grabby maw and using its weird tendril things to wrap around his rival here. And now let's see who ingests who, as Blair gets 70% of the vote versus the Graboids 30.
What is boomer talk? Did you not hear a Graboid be being older than dinosaur? Older than dinosaur!
This next round is a pretty big one, and it's so big that there have been several movies about it.
You call those movies?
Close enough. It's Queen Alien versus Predator.
This easy fight. Predator shoot her with laser and battle be over. All done, Predator win.
It's not that easy since we've taken away the Predator's laser cannon. He only has access to close range weapons.
You did? What? What? Laser cannon is an essential part of Predator monster. It's like taking away alien bitey mouth.
It's not actually. The mouth is a part of the alien, not an accessory. and is a close-range weapon.
That not be being fair to Predator. With cannon, he win easily.
Look, with the Predator's laser cannon, any monster in this tournament with thumbs would beat the Xenomorph. How is that a fair fight?
Well, if you don't want Predator to have things that Predator have, then why you even invite him to your little tournament?
We didn't invite him. We didn't invite any of these monsters. We kidnapped them and brought them here against their will.
That is backstory now?
Looks like. Anyway, with only access to his edged weapons, the Predator still puts up an amazing fight, since one of these guys with no laser cannons is still one of the fiercest fighters in the known universe. But ultimately, it's just not enough, as Her Majesty Morph edges him out with a 56% to 44% win.
Gregario would just like it to be on record that he does not agree with the whole thing. And I would like to be making some sort of formal complaint to whoever made these stupid rulings.
That would be me.
Then I complain to you.
Duly noted. Our final fight today features a couple of monsters that I will confess I did not think would make it this far.
It is because that they are being good and healthy and strong and eat all their latkes.
I'm not even sure that our first fighter eats, since it's the Splinter creature from the film Splinter, which is sort of like the Thing again, in that it's an invasive species that completely takes over its prey. It spikes you and turns you into a zombie-like thing.
They're not so different than this alien queen from Faculty. Not Queen Alien we just talked about, it's different Queen Alien. This one be winning fights because no one is being taking enemies' main weapon away from them.
I thought we moved on from this.
No, Gregario never moves on. Ask his middle school girlfriend. Contessa, I still love you.
Well, since we're talking about what makes a fair fight, we should note that both of these creatures create minions, or smaller forms, that they control. Mostly like both hive minds, I suppose, but they are cut off from them and are only able to fight as their own true form.
One has true form of stick, other has true form of pretty lady. You know what to do.
Appears as if they don't, because this one was incredibly close, but in the end, the Splinter creature is able to get under his opponent's skin, both literally and figuratively, to eke out a win with 51% to the Queen's 49%. And that's it for the semifinals. Let's see how the bracket is looking right now. We are so close to seeing who's going to take this whole thing home, but hopefully not my home, because I don't want any of these things anywhere near my home.
And yes, now is the time for you to be doing all of those things that you are to be doing, liking this video, leave a comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let your friends know about the Monster Brawl. But keep Gregario's name out of your stinking mouth, eh?